Now, in doing major scales on guitar, first thing you need to know is where the notes are. Now, you know that this is open E. You go up a fourth to the A, go up a fourth to the D, up a fourth to the G. Now you're going to a third for the B, back to a fourth for the E. Okay? If you remember your notes on the piano, these are basically all half steps. Just like on the piano, it's filled with half steps too. Okay? Sharps go this way, flats go this way. So now you just got to remember between E and F, there are no sharps or any half steps in between. And between B and C, there are no half steps. Okay, so just E goes right to F. Now you got F sharp or G flat. Then you got G, G sharp or A flat. Now you can go to open A. These dots right here, the second dot on your guitar is your fifth. The double dot is your octave. Okay, that will help you with remembering where the notes are. Okay, now when I teach major scales, I always teach trying to remember, if the students can remember, the circle of fourths and circle of fifths. In other words, what I'm saying is C scale has 0 sharps, 0 flats. Go up 5 notes starting with C. That's why I asked if you understood intervals. C would be the first note. Go to the 5th note, and that would be G. Okay? G would then have 1 sharp. What is the name of that sharp? It's always the name of the note before the name of the scale. That is the note that's sharp. So G scale would have 1 sharp, and it would be F sharp. Go 5 notes, then you get to D. That now has 2 sharps. Keep your old sharp, which is F sharp. And now you got to add C sharp. Okay, so I would tell my students, memorize C scale 0, G scale 1, D scale 2, A scale 3, E scale 4, B scale 5. Then you go to 5 notes from B, you come to F sharp, not F, because you got to keep your sharps. So now you have F sharp 6, C sharp 7. And then flats is basically going to the fourths. Okay, circle of fourths. C to F. C is 0. F would be 1 flat, and that would be B flat. Then you go to from B flat to E flat, and that would be, F to B flat would be the second scale. B flat would be the second one. That would be B flat now and E flat. And then you go to the E flat scale, and now you have 3 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat. So I tell my students, after you remember the numbers, in other words, B flat scale has 2 flats, F scale has 1 flat. Then you just remember, you try to memorize the order of the sharps, which is F, C, G, D, A, E, B. And if that's the order of the sharps, the order of the flats is the sharps backwards. B, E, A, D, G, C, F. And if you don't understand that, I'll send you a paper to show you a picture of it. And that should explain the circle of fourths and the circle of fifths. Now, to do a G scale on guitar, you can play open strings. I do this all the time. Here's G, here's A, here's B, here's C, here's D, here's E, here's F sharp, and here's open G. But if you can remember this fingering that I'm going to show you, you don't use open strings. You can play every single major scale on guitar in one day. Okay? Your 4th finger is going to cover the open strings. All right? So if you're not used to using your 4th finger, start getting used to pressing it down. And what you're going to do is you're going to start the scale with your 2nd finger. Okay? Make sure that you have room to put your 1st finger down, so the scale will not work right back here in F, or if you're on B flat or A sharp or E flat or D sharp, it will not work because you need that 1st finger. So I'm going to play in G scale, and I'm going to use this fingering. It's 2, 4 on the E string, go to 1 on the A string, second finger on the A string, fourth finger on the A string, then first finger on the D string, then third finger on the D string, and fourth finger on the D string. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, then cross over 1, 3, 4. 2, 4, cross over 1, and then 2, 4, and then cross over 1, 3, 4. And I can use this anywhere on the guitar and play any scale. Then the next one over here, I'm going to do an F sharp scale. Which you remember on the piano, that is a very hard scale to play, not on guitar.